Welcome to VLSI lecture series. I, Professor Hitesh Dholakia, is going to explain you design of CMOS NAND gate in this video. So here, first I'll explain you what is NAND gate, how it functions. After that, we will implement NAND gate by using CMOS transistor. So in CMOS transistor, we have NMOS and PMOS. So by using NMOS and PMOS, we will implement NAND gate over here. So as if we talk about NAND gate, then its Boolean equation, that is y, if my output is y, then y is equals to, if I have two inputs a and b, then a dot b whole bar, that is my Boolean equation. And as if we talk about its symbol, then its logic symbol, that is this, where with AND we need to place bubble over here. So this is my output y, and here we have input a and b. There can be multiple input even, but here I have shown you two input NAND gate. So we have two inputs a and b. Now let me explain you truth table. So in its truth table, we have two inputs over here, a and b, and my output, that is y. So see, if you see the working of NAND gate, then it explains if any input is logic 0, then output is 1. So for NAND gate, if any input is logic 0, then output will be 1. So with input a and b, there are total 4 combinations, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. And if you see working, if any input is 0, output is 1. So 0 0 1. Here 0 1 means 0 input is there, so output is 1. 1 0, that is even 1, and 1 1 means 0. Here there is no input, which is 0, means output is 1. So this is how truth table is there with NAND gate. Now before we implement this NAND gate by using CMOS, we should know some basics. See, here in NAND operation we have dot operation, right? So when you perform dot operation, you see a dot b whole bar. So when you have dot operation, at that time you should have PMOS in parallel and you should have NMOS in series. So in dot operation, PMOS that should be there in parallel and NMOS that should be there in series. Now here one more thing that one should know. See, when you implement any logic gate by using CMOS transistor, its structure should be like this. Here we should have VDD supply, and here I am just considering one block, and this block that is made up of pull-up network, and pull-up network that we have it by having PMOS transistor. So here with PMOS transistor we have multiple inputs, right? And after that there will be pull down network. So I am considering a block. So this is my pull down network, and pull down network that should be made up of NMOS transistor, and here I am showing inputs to NMOS transistor. Here we should ground this, and output that will be coming from here, right? So this is how common structure is there with CMOS, right? Where after VDD there should be pull up network, and below that there will be pull down network, and in between that there will be output like this, right? Now let us try to understand how to implement this NAND gate by using PMOS and NMOS, right? So pull up network that will be by PMOS, and pull down network that will be by NMOS. Now you see in NAND gate, as I have told you, it is a dot b whole bar. So operation is dot operation, and in dot operation PMOS should be there in parallel and NMOS should be there in series, right? So you see here we have VDD as per this, right? After that there is pull up network. Now we need to have PMOS transistor connection. Now see, in dot operation PMOS should be there in parallel. So here I am connecting PMOS in parallel, right? And here we have operation that is a dot b. So here PMOS is having input A and it should be in parallel, and here we have second PMOS that is having input B, and you see those two are in parallel over here. So this is my pull-up network. Now see, in pull-down network there will be NMOS, and here in dot operation NMOS should be there in series. So here I am connecting NMOS in series, you see. So with one NMOS input is A and with second NMOS input is B, and this is what I need to ground. So this is my pull down network, and here I'll be taking output. Right. So this is how we can form a circuit of NAND gate by using CMOS. In CMOS, with upper network we will be having pull up network, and with this we will be having pull down network. Now let us try to understand how this circuit functions by truth table. So it will be giving you more clear idea. So here we have input A and B, and here we will be having transistors. So here I have, let us say this is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3, and this is Q4. So this is my Q1, Q2, and these are PMOS. And here we have Q3 and Q4, and these are NMOS. And here I have output Y. So this is how I am going to make a truth table, and we will see how this circuit functions. Right. Now before I explain you how this circuit functions, one should know how PMOS and NMOS functions. So let me explain you how PMOS and NMOS functions. So here if I talk about NMOS, then this is my NMOS, where this is my gate terminal, and if you see this connection, in that here there will be drain terminal and here there will be source terminal. Now in this, if my input is logic 1, means if G is equals to 1, this NMOS that will be on, and if this gate is at logic 0, we can say this NMOS that will be off. And if you talk about PMOS, then you see in PMOS, here there will be bubble with gate, and here you see this terminal will be source terminal and this terminal will be drain terminal. Right. So you see with this PMOS, here we have source and here we have drain, while this with this NMOS, here there will be drain terminal and here there will be source terminal. With this Q4, this is drain and this is source. And in this PMOS, if gate is equals to logic 0, in that case this PMOS will be on, and if gate is equals to 1, in that case this PMOS will be off. What is the meaning of on? On means it will be having short circuit over here, and what will be the meaning of off? There will be open circuit over here. Right. Now let us consider this input and how output is coming, that we will be observing in this circuit. So if my input is 0 0, in that case you see A and B both are 0. So PMOS that will be on and NMOS that will be off. So as this PMOS is on, this Q1 and Q2 that will be on, and this Q3 and Q4 that will be off. And as per that, you see my output that will be VDD, means we can say it is logic 1. Right. Let us have second case with A and B. If A is 0 and B is 1, then you see A is connected with Q1 and Q3. So Q1 is PMOS. So if A is 0, this PMOS is on and this Q3 is NMOS. So it will be off. So this is on and this is off, and you see B is 1. So B is 1 means PMOS is 1. So Q2 that will be off, and Q4 is having input B. So B is 1. So it will be on. So this is Q4 that is on and this will be off. So now you see this is on, right? So here output will be VDD and this is off. So your output is VDD and that is referred as logic 1. Now let us have third case. So that is 1 0. So in that, if you see PMOS, then here see A is connected with Q1, that is 1. So it will be off, and this B is connected with Q2, so that is PMOS, and B is 0, so it will be on. And here Q3 is connected with NMOS, and here A is 1, so Q3 will be on, and this Q4 that is NMOS and that is having input 0, so it will be off. So now you see again output will be VDD as this is open circuit. So output will be VDD means logic 1. Now if input A and B both are 1 1, then you see A and B both are having one input and those are PMOS with Q1 and Q2. So that will be off, and Q3 and Q4 both are NMOS and input is logic 1 means both are on, and as both are on, output will be ground means logic 0. So this is how complete circuit functions with CMOS NAND gate. I hope that you have understood this video. Please do give your valuable suggestions. The reason is your suggestions matters to me, and based on that in future I'll be making videos which will be resolving your queries. So please do give your valuable suggestions. Thank you so much for watching this video.